How about now? No, it seems to be showing now. Well, it showed before, so I don't know what's going on. You have to push twice the button? For what reason? Because it said it was live, so whatever. This is definitely gonna be my last live in 9 hours. Why does it say live in 9 hours? No, it works fine. Whatever. Stupid YouTube. So this is gonna be my last YouTube live stream. I'm never doing this on YouTube again. I'm gonna stream on Twitch. From what I've talked with other people, it has less bugs and issues, so see me there. Also, Twitch is a lot less stressed with stupid bugs about copyright. Hi Kay, yay! So it's finally working, yay. From now on I'm gonna only stream on Twitch and Discord and things like that because I'm just tired of YouTube's issues. Yeah. Also on Twitch I can put like lo-fi hip-hop or something like that, some music in the background so you guys don't have to listen to me rant. I can focus on drawing. And I'll put just the speed paints on YouTube and that'll be it. I think it's like the best compromise between the two. So yeah, how have you guys been? How's it going? This is the last page of my comic. Don't need that. Too much detail. Okay. So I put masks on all the pages, on the panels, sorry. I've been into looking at your account to affiliate level. What are the advantages of being affiliate? Because I really don't see any advantages in putting money into Twitch. From what I saw, is you have more emojis and stuff like that. Yeah, the last page, the book ends. This is the last one. 4 years of work, twice as much as should have been. Well, it's 3.5, 3 3/4, actually. You remember this? Such a long time ago. Like, the characters look so different, we're gonna have to probably redo the first pages. Because they don't look the same. It's been so long. So, can you tell me, like, why do you think the Twitch affiliate thing is good? Because I really don't get why I should bother. Fit to get when you meet the statistics to qualify. Oh, it doesn't cost. So maybe that was something else I'm confusing it with? Because I know on Discord you have Nitro Boost, and I know you have something on Twitch as well. And I thought it was affiliate. Then they throw you bits. Bits of what? So people can buy subscriptions to your channel. Ah, So it's kind of like on YouTube. Uh-huh. Users who receive them. Yeah. So for YouTube, it's 1,000 subscribers. Then you can buy a subscription and also give super chats and things like that on YouTube. On Twitch, what do you get if you, and what are the qualifications for it? Is it like 1,000 subscribers like on YouTube or what? To qualify, it's 50 followers, 20 hours of streaming in a month, so many days streams, and 5 people talking in the chat at once or something. Wow, that's really low. Like, I think I already have like over 20 followers, and I didn't even try. That actually is not that bad. Something doable for me anyway. It's visible on your profile, the achievement we need to make to get it. I'm still just making breakfast here. Oh, okay, sorry. Take care, Kirani. Thank you for joining us. Finally, something good happens on the internet. I had heard some news just from leaving my computer to run while I was doing dishes or cleaning, and there was some news about Twitch wanting to do some new stuff for people, but like I wasn't paying attention and giving out some new programs or something like that. Oh, I wasn't saying anything important. No, there's something else, but I can't remember. I don't know. There was some talk about some new servers or something, service or something like that, because they already have Streamlabs, so this was something new that they wanted to do. $5 a month subscription. Gives you a dinky website place to make prints for your overlays for people's streams. Yeah, I think I will remember something about prints for and the shop for Twitch, and I was thinking, well, I have Society 6 and I have Redbubble and I have accounts in made shops on Zazzle and a bunch of other places, and like no money is coming from those. So I was thinking, why would I even bother with um, Twitch? It was like something else with a password that I'll forget about. I think one more thing I'll struggle to get into. But on Society 6, like if you haven't posted in a long time, they kind of take you out of the search um, shop. Like you won't show up in the shop, and I haven't posted there in a year. So I need to post something just so that my shop becomes relevant again and make sure it's still working, because they had sometimes they like break the links for the shops and people want to buy and they can't. Yeah, I have gotten a lot of requests to do some live streams of me playing, but I just haven't had the time to play. I have been working on the mods, so maybe I'll stream some of that. Although I don't know how interesting it'd be to me for people to just watch me put tiles in place for the textures. Like I think that might be tedious, and only modders, beginner modders, to be interested in. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll play a bit. I used to have a series on YouTube with just me playing episodes. Yeah, that's very nice. I would like to make a video game myself and raise the money to do that, so hire somebody, but I just don't want to do the whole hiring process, you know, send me your portfolios and I'll see if you're worthy of my $50 salary that I'll give you. Nobody's gonna want it. And I don't think I can raise the money. So it's just gonna stay on the back burner for like forever. So we'll see what happens. I think I'll just have to learn to do everything myself. And it's just gonna take forever to finish anything. I feel like watching that number go through. Ah. Well, I don't know what to say. Okay, let's see what I need to color this. So this was purple. Sorry for keep zooming in and out like that, but I'm trying to kind of remember what I colored these items from 4 years ago. So like this was purple as well, and the box here was yellowish. No, I wanted yellow. There we go. I don't know, I just feel less pressure and stress to stream on Discord and on Twitch because I rarely ever have anybody come there. So like when nobody's watching, I feel more relaxed, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of doing a live stream if nobody's watching. So I have really conflicting emotions about it. Oh yeah, it's super annoying. Oh, you didn't see it. I made a new thread in my Discord server called Rant Place. I copied it from Steven's server because I think it's very useful. Like it's just if you have something to complain about, you can go complain there, and you don't bother anybody that doesn't care about your problems. And I posted there, Facebook um, was telling me, give us money to make this wonderful ad for you. Um, Sorry, I lost track when I was reading. So, Facebook is telling me, give me money so I can make this wonderful ad for you. And then it says ad unavailable. We are not able to show this ad. So I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be very convincing for people to give me likes. That ad. It just bugs out all the time. YouTube is so useless. Facebook, sorry. Facebook is completely useless. YouTube, like, you can still reach some people. I mean, I'm still having growth on YouTube, while on Facebook and Instagram, I'm just losing followers all the time. Like every time I post something, it just goes less. Sometimes on Facebook, if I put some effort into like posting in a bunch of dozen groups, I might get some people that like, but then they unlike after a while. So it's probably just, spammers that like for like, but because they are spammers, they get shadow banned, so I can't see who liked my page, so I cannot like back. So it's whatever their plan is, it's not working. And on Twitter, the same. I get a bunch of people that like, that follow, and after a while they disappear, but they don't show up in my notification area. They just show up in the count, the total count. Yeah, it is trash. I'm curious how much longer can it continue to go on like this. Yeah, they do that. Like for example, there was this tragedy in the US, and I was talking to June about the cats that are in this comic, and I was like, oh, the driver is gonna go and say this in this panel and stuff like that. And she was like, which one's the driver again? Because I hadn't made the character sheet yet, and also it takes a while to go up and look in the file and see what characters I have, what I named them, what their occupation is. And so we just mostly talked about the cat breed. So the white cat is doing this, and then the striped cat is doing that, and blah blah blah. And so I wouldn't say black cat because it's a bad word in English to say black and refer to someone. I refer to the cat breed, which is maned coon. And now I'm probably gonna get shadow banned for saying the other word, because that is also a bad word in English. I'm like, whatever. The censorship is just too hard to follow anymore. And Facebook blocked my messages because it was a tense time at that time when we were making the page. I'm like, oh, there's no way I can refer to that cat as being okay, and I have to, I kept calling it the driver because it's driving the robot, and I try to tell June to remember that because I can't refer to it with other words. Okay, I gotta find uh, another pose, see what it is, I just don't remember. Where were you? Blah 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 blah. Ah. Trash, a lot of trash on the rafters. Cables. Ah, and I also changed like the color of that piece there. Oops. Oh, too. I have to go and correct that. Back to using Guy Online have been, and it's been wonderful. Yeah, I don't have any connection with Guy Online, so I'm like, eh. I'm already in a bajillion places on social media. Oh, I'm waiting on Sue as well. I think it's like never gonna come. Like, I know for me it takes a long time to finish any of my projects, and I can imagine the frustration of people but fortunately I don't have many fans. So I don't think anybody's really suffering because they don't get my latest page or story or wherever. Like, it is very relaxing for me to know that I'm a nobody and nobody cares if my stuff comes out this year or the next or whatever. Yeah. Because I can see, like, for example, for George R.R. Martin, like, I can see the YouTube comments, I can see the Facebook comments, the fact that he still hasn't published his latest book and it's been like over 10 years. Like, people are saying really nasty stuff, and I'm like, wow, chill. Yeah. And, I'm so grateful that nobody knows I exist, aside from like relatives and friends. Like, if I don't have the possibility to finish a project, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna get death threats and stuff like that, or be harassed. No, 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 I want to be a nobody. Let me have this. Let me enjoy it while... Because, we have a saying in my country, like, you don't escape what you're afraid of, and I'm like, I'm afraid of being a bajillionaire. But then I wonder, like, how is that gonna affect me? Like, there's gonna be some side effects to that. Like, I'm afraid of being filthy rich. Yeah, I mean, the downside is you can't make a living out of this unless you have like a lot of people following, buying, and things like that. What other stuff did I have here on these rafters? I don't know what that red thing was. Can't remember. Ah, that's really nice. I've been trying to like use Twitch more, but I don't know, I just don't find it appealing. I don't know what's the issue for me with the interface, but I think it's just because I never need to like use it. I'm not a very sociable person, so like even doing this live stream for me is uncomfortable. But I wanted to kind of like commemorate this event because it is important to me, and maybe some years from now I'll look back at this and go, wow, I did that. Oh, thank you. A lot of it is June's work. It's like half of it. The line art is hers, so I'm like, I love this work too because she's part of it as well. Yeah. If I was like really famous and I get like 200 people watching and commenting, that's just exhausting. I have some YouTubers that I like, and I went to a couple of live streams, and I'm like, this is a mess. And the only way to curate it, unlike in real life where you like choose who to give the microphone to, um, the only barriers you can put are financial, or like I guess you can do like on Facebook, the top fans get to talk, but then you don't hear any new voices, only like people that have been watching for a long time, and that's probably most of the people that are there. So how do you um yeah. When you have like live interviews in a um space like a auditorium or something like that, like whoever raises the hand first, let's say, um, gets to ask a question or say something. And I'm not sure how you can translate that to um, a live stream chat. Oh, how are you? Hi. How have you been? Can you hear me okay? Yep, okay, because sometimes there are like issues with the sound and video, and I want to make sure everything was working alright. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint to color Niels here, and it's like the best bucket tool you'll ever have so far. Like I don't know any other program that has like a better bucket tool and shape detection and stuff like that. It's a very clever program. Like even if the edges are not closed properly, you can set the tolerance. It just makes everything so much easier. Now, I can't believe the comic is ending, but I'm like so ready for it. I had to make so many breaks because I moved and the new job and things like that, and just trying to avoid burnout. And it took me like twice as much as I had planned. And now I need to go to the character sheet to make sure I have the right colors. Because I've been working on this comic for such a long time that I kind of changed the colors a bit. And also it has been the lighting, like in the past you have like warmer light because it's sunlight and things like that, and now he's in an enclosed space and you have like artificial light. And he's not very rich, so he kind of has crummy light where he is. Like his mom's rich, but he's not swimming in gold. Because the parents are divorced, so like he's living with his dad. And his mom's family like owns half of Mars and half of Earth. So he doesn't really go wanting for anything because his mom sends him stuff. Like how many kids can afford computer parts for time machines? Even if it is 300 years in the future. Stuff cost. But I didn't put too much emphasis on his family situation too much because I wanted to focus on the story with Isaac Newton. And I'm gonna try and develop that more in book 2 when he goes to visit a famous Chinese admiral who was the first Chinese guy to reach Africa, it seems. And I'm gonna try him, Zhonghe. I keep confusing it with Huanghe, which is the river. It's time for me to go. Take care, Kirani. Have a good day and nice weather. And here is his great aunt. Yes, and the rest of the stream shall tune in when I can. Take care, Kirani. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I've been streaming, but I usually like 30 minutes. Okay, I probably can do another hour. That's usually my limit, and like when I get to 20 to 2 hours, it's like pushing it for me. That's why I want to have to stream on Twitch so that I can talk less and put some music. Thank you, take care. So yeah, this is gonna be my last live stream on YouTube. From now on, I'm just gonna do it on Twitch because it's less stressful for me. I can just put some music and work on my comic and not be an issue. Where was... Because I did Nana Nickel before, and she should be in one of the... Oh, okay, celebration pages. She was on my dinner one. There we go. Like, I don't know if anybody will notice that she was here before. I'll get one without the shading so that I have the exact color. And Niels is in a lot of trouble, like he's gonna be grounded for a long time. But of course he doesn't really care about the rules. He does Niels. So this is his great aunt on his mother's side, and like she caught him red-handed. She was actually cause she's a, I think I made her a programming engineer or something like that. I have to look the family tree up because I forget. A good thing I made the family tree because it's hard to remember sometimes how many characters I have. I'm just bad with people. Okay, so I made her a security programmer or something like that. And that just fit in very well with her spying on her nephew. And she did save him. Though he's probably gonna think twice before like trying to sneak past what his parents told him to do. Not sure if I'm gonna leave this gray because it blends in with the background, so I need to think of another color. And I'll go into the sketch page and check that out later. Just make one for now. It just should stand out. And there we go. There the bee. Or maybe the leg does go like that, and it's like the thing here. Oh wait, she does come up in other panels as well. I have to decide on a color. Let me check. What I have in mind. Okay, so kind of like a bluish gray, but I think I'm gonna make it a bit blue or purple. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna put this here and keep it as a reminder. I'll make the pants the same color as well. Oh, I guess I could make it black. Let's see how it would look. So in a couple of 100 years, like this is gonna be vintage clothing. Like I think even in 100 years, our grandchildren are gonna look at us and feel like, oh, that's old people clothing. I'm not gonna wear that. That's grandma's clothing. It's gonna be weird for our grandkids. Like I look at stuff that my mom used to wear. I'm like, how was this a thing? Some of you that are young might not know, but like having perms in the 80s, like curly hair, when you didn't have curly hair was all the thing, all the rage. And so many people had like fake curly hair and it looks so weird because you don't recognize the person really. And I look at photos, because it came a bit late to my country, so it was like into the 90s. People were um, still getting these fake perms. So it was funny. I had some relatives that were. I haven't never seen them with curly hair in my life except for those photographs. It was like it was a phase for them. So I'm kind of a bit worried what things that we do now are gonna be seen like horrible. Cause I really like the wavy hair. Um, and I wonder like are kids gonna see that and go, oh, that was horrible, or is it gonna be like a timeless hairdo that people are always gonna wear? So I'm pushing the Alt key in order to get the color, the base color. And then I do this to make sure that there aren't any like bright pink corners that the color is gonna bleed out later. So it just makes everything easier. And like I said before, the shape doesn't need to be closed completely. You can do pretty good edge detection. And you can change it from here and see color margin. Change error margin as treating as the same color. So that's where you need to click for that. And you can see here it bleeds out. Change it from 8 to, well, I think you can, yeah, it worked the other way around. Yeah, I think it might be too big, the gap there. So there is like kind of a edge detection that I'm not very familiar with. This setting. So like here it's not closed, so it seems like 3 pixels is fine. But if it's more, then it doesn't work anymore. I think you can set it better than I did. Just gonna find a good spot. And I'm gonna give her dark brown eyes. I think it's kind of the safest color you can give your character's eyes. Sometimes with blue or green eyes, I'm like struggling to remember. Hi, Tikon Nikon, have you been? There. Yeah. Trying to say, can you hear me okay? Hope the sound video is good for you. If like people don't write in my chat, I get worried if I'm still live or not. Because I've had like my internet crash or things like that. And whenever there's like 5 minutes where I don't hear from you guys, I get worried. I'm like, am I still live? What's going on? Yes, I can hear you clearly. Awesome. I'm glad it's still working. So this is gonna be my last live stream on YouTube. I'm gonna keep putting like speed paintings and other things like that here. So like I'm not abandoning my YouTube channel, but I'm gonna stream on Twitch from now on just because it's less stressful for me and easier. So just wanted to let you guys know that in the future I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. Let me give you the link. Yeah, Twitch. Whatever. Oh, come on, go, take me to my channel. There we go. Underscore, whatever. So yeah, cause there I can put music, I can be more relaxed, and because here, because I can't put music, like I feel the pressure to constantly keep talking about something, just so that it's not like awkwardly weird. So I'm looking forward to switching to Twitch. Also, last time I streamed on Twitch, it was like easier to do it than on YouTube. On YouTube, like you have to link a whole bunch of stuff, and sometimes not working, and it's glitchy. And from what I talked with people, they also get issues with streaming on YouTube, so they just do it on Twitch from now on. Some of you that have been following me for a long time, I remember that I used to stream on Picarto as well, but that platform just turned into total weirdness and nobody was using it, so I kind of gave up on doing that. And it might still be useful for some people, but it's not working for me. Also, Tumblr is really not my place. I tried Tumblr. Uh, but I just couldn't figure it out. Never tried live streaming before. Is it great and easy to live stream on Twitch? Um, I haven't live streamed on Twitch in over 6 months, and things just keep changing all the time. Like on YouTube, the interface has changed twice since then, and not for the better in my opinion. So I don't know what is on Twitch. Like I've only used it to watch other people in the last few months. I haven't tried to stream, so I'm hoping it's still easy. I mean, it's easier for me. Like I hope that's the situation. But yeah, I think it depends on like what you like and what you do, and one platform might be better for you than another. For example, I prefer Tapastic over Webtoons, but some people prefer it the other way around. And for example, Tapastic has changed, and I'm not liking it as much anymore, so I really can't say. And whatever I say today might not be valid in a week if some new update comes out that changes things. But like streaming is fun when you kind of get a bunch of people together and you chat and it's fun and it's not stressful for you. If it's a lot of people and you get a lot of new subscribers, it might be a bit stressful because you don't know them, and if they're the lurker type, you're like, is it okay for them? They never express their opinions, they just leave, and you're like, what did I do wrong? So for some people that is an issue. Also finding a good time for the people that do enjoy your stuff the most might be hard if you're in a different time zone than they are, so. But I would say that generally people from your culture will probably enjoy your type of humor and like topics to discuss. I usually avoid discussing any topics that are have to do much with my country and culture and stuff like that because most of my audience is not Romanian. So like if I talk about something that is Romanian, they'll not understand and like maybe get bored or something if they're not curious. So I think if you keep it to like I don't know what your thing is, like anime or manga or something like that, and have people that enjoy that and you discuss that, or maybe it's some video game. Like I have a pretty diverse following because I do a lot of things. I do watercolor, I do digital art, I do modding. So it can be a bit difficult for me sometimes to kind of get people together because maybe they only care about one topic or another, so they won't join the live stream. And I mean, you don't have to get demoralized over that. You just, do you and see what sticks. If you're not building a brand or stuff like that. Hi June, how are you? Can you believe it? The last page. Like you're done with this? I still have to publish the page this Sunday and then I'll be done as well and be like, project has ended. No more. Well, we'll see if like I end. I would like to continue because I have written for the scripts for book 2, 3, and 4, and after 4 it ends. Um, so for me, like, it keeps going on in my head, and I'll see if I can like raise the money to do the others. Yeah, last page. Wow, it was a big project. Like, I'm surprised and glad we got it to the end. I don't think I've worked on another project this long. Like, I have done. I was a junior animator in a feature-length animation, but I came like toward the last part of the project because they needed extra help, and I came to do like the smaller, tedious stuff. Hi, La Cague. Not sure how you read that in your language. La Cague. Maybe it's Spanishy, but I don't remember how to read them in Spanish. So I hope I said your name right. If you can let us know how to say it right. Logs and tell us your stream. Oh, you've been before. Oh, awesome. Welcome back. How have you been? Glad to have you back. See, it's been so long I forgot how to pronounce your name. What was I talking about before? Oh, the fact that the comic is ending. Yeah. Wow. Silent U. Uh-huh. Lakage. My god, I love your mods, by the way. I'm still using it. Oh, you're from the Stardew Valley community. Awesome. Thank you. Glad you like them. I've streamed live in my Discord. Me working on the map. I don't know. Are you in my Discord server? I'm gonna start streaming some more on Twitch and just stream whenever I can. Because I don't have that many people on the Discord, so I think it's easier for people to watch on Twitch than on Discord. Because on Discord you have to have an account and then sign in and then pay attention. So I think it's easier for people to follow me on Twitch. Oh wait, I posted there. It's in the thread. So this one here, if you have Twitch. And I'm just gonna go on Twitch live whenever I can and stream some Stardew Valley stuff. Because then I don't have to worry about copyright and other stuff like that, which I have to on YouTube all the time. If I use some music, if I show anything, if I do anything on YouTube, I can like get strikes and stuff like that. Take care, Ticonicon. Thank you for coming by. Glad to see you again. Oh, and yeah, so after this, but I'm gonna talk to you guys on Discord because I'm connected with you there about the Quick Draw collab. So we're gonna see when we do that. Because I said we were gonna do it after I finish my book. So yeah, take care. Also, we finally managed to get the map working, but it's still buggy for Ghibli Town. And if I manage to fix that, I'll do the update video and post it on YouTube. But I'm still waiting to like fix it. There's some issues with TMX map loader, so it's beyond my capabilities. So I'm waiting for that to update and like get fixed. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm finally gonna get into the thick of that project as well. So it's so satisfying for me when I finish a project. I'm like, it's done. I can sleep soundly at night. Going to sleep. Oh, late. Yeah. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks for stopping by. And I don't know how long the lag is, so best to write in the chat to make sure they get the message. Sometimes it's interrupted, the sound. So, yay, take care. Yes, so I remembered I wanted to tell you guys about the Quick Draw collab. So I saw that a lot of you don't know what the Quick Draw collab is, so I'm gonna try and go over it quickly. So this is a pretty common event throughout the artist community. Like the name implies, it's a collaboration where you draw quickly. People sometimes use Drawpile for that, or they paint on in their own software, and then that gets streamed with multi-screens. Most platforms don't have multi-screens, like for example Picarto had, but it was like only up to 4 and you had to pay for that. So that's why we have used Drawpile, so that people don't have to pay for that, because it was like $20 for a month and we only did this event like once every 1 or 2 years. I've been meaning to do it more often, but it's a very exhausting event for me because I host and draw. And if we get a lot of people, maybe I will just host, because I don't think I can manage to draw and host for a lot of people. So it depends. We'll see what happens. I don't mind not drawing on for it because I wasn't that good under pressure anyway. I can't draw very well when I have to multitask and talk, and um, it's just too much for me. So maybe this year I'll just host, but we'll see. Because the lockdown is going away in some countries, not in mine. We still have to kind of stay at home. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just got a phone alert. Today the lockdown was lifted, so people can open restaurants again, but then it says like the measures are retained, keep the distance, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but either way, if I can stay inside the house, I will. Um, I'm an instructor and the school year has been suspended anyway, so I'm not going to be teaching anything to anybody, because the kids have a lot of homework from the regular teachers. Some would argue too much. But I think it depends on the school and the year you're in. My siblings are going to college, so they had super big amounts of homework because you're getting the exam for finishing the mandatory 12 years of study of education. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working from home. I really wanna update the shops again, so that's gonna be a thing. I haven't updated them in a long while, so it's about time I do that. So I am on Society 6 and Redbubble. I mostly use those, though I'm on, I think, on Zazzle and some other places. So if you have a favorite shop, let me know. If I have it, I'll upload there as well. Society 6, for example, had really good shipping prices options. I'm not sure if they have that anymore, so if you know there's like a better option for where I can put my prints, feel free to let me know. Oh, hi Alexi, hi. Oh yeah, last page. Can't believe it's ending, but I'm so ready for it to end. Just stressed every week. I haven't, in 4 years, I have not missed a date. Like I have posted filler because there was like a holiday or something and I couldn't get a new page done, but wow, I never missed a week. Thank you. I'm really proud of myself. I managed to do it. 4 years, wow. Like I have worked on long projects as well. Like I was a junior animator for feature length animation. And we worked on that for over 2 years, I think. Or 2 years, something like that. It's been a long way, yes. Hashtag proud indeed. Oh, wrong page. Oh, 1, 2, 3, that's panel 3. Why am I not able to? Ah, maybe there is like, yeah, it's blue, it's not gray. I thought it was a hole in there, so. There we go. Yeah, I colored it ugly. Okay, I'm deleting this and filling it in. Because you don't want the bleed. Yeah, I mean, I need to be faster at this. Because if I have 3 other books, so it's gonna be, I mean, I have written, I don't know if I'll manage to actually do book 2, 3, and 4, and if it's like 4 years each of them, that's another 12 years from now on. I'm like, that's too long. It'd take me 12 years to write 4 books. There's gotta be a better way. I would say that the backgrounds have definitely been the most work. hoping to learn in this hiatus how to do 3D modeling. And just do a lot of the backgrounds in 3D and then export the line art from Blender and then just, you know, rotate however I need and bam. Like you don't need to draw the same um, bookcase or staircase or building. Like that's so time consuming. Yeah, let me know when you find. I think this might be a way to do it. Learn 3D modeling and just get the bookcases uh, from online and just edit a bit and use that, or the stairs. Like the stairs are so much work and annoying. Buildings in the background, like when you need. Oh, you do it once and then you don't have to ever do it again. And you just rotate the building however you need and just have few locations. Smiles are annoying. Oh, they're not that bad for me. Hands and feet and noses. Like noses. Oh my god, noses. Oh. Like, those are annoying for me. Oh wait, it was green. That bag there in the background. Where was it? Page, blah 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 blah. Where? Maybe I closed the page? Whatever. I'll make it black. I did the 3D thing with Magic Voxel. It's indeed time saving. Magic Voxel. I remember we talked about it, but you were starting out with it, and I was like, let me know how it went. So I'm glad to see it went well with you. Let me check. Magic Voxel. How it's inside. Oh, so it can do pretty detailed stuff. But it's just cubes mostly. No, I need more detail than that. I'm gonna stay with Blender. But I can definitely see what you're saying. It's coming back to me now. I'm kind of remembering the discussion. Yeah, I mean, you can draw over it however detailed you want, but I want to even not have to do that. Just have it completely from done, come out of Blender. Blender, line art. Let's see if I can export. So yeah, basically you can export line art like this from Blender. This says Adobe stock, but let me see if I can find something in Blender to show you guys right now. You know, when you want to show someone something, it's like then when you're not gonna find what you need, but I saw it in some YouTube tutorials and then I did it myself. Well, Blender got a fan. Yeah. That is a sad reality of working with 3D anything. Um, you need the hardware for it. And it's very unfortunate. Oh, I was listening to some news the other day and there were these guys from Epic Games. Some douches from Epic Games. They were like saying, oh, it's so great that you can now export from um, ZBrush our 3D models and you don't even have to optimize. You just put it in Unreal Engine 5 and it works just fine. And I'm like, yeah, but not everybody can afford the machinery required to play a video game that isn't optimized in any way. I'm like, how lazy can you be? Or how cheap can you be that you don't hire someone to optimize your 3D models so that you can sell it to more people? I've worked at a video game company and we, even though it was a dingy, crummy video game company, like we still did some optimization so that it would work for more people. Like, I don't know how you expect to sell a game properly if it's not optimized. How many people can afford to buy like a bajillion RAM and whatever hardware you need for that, like a graphic cards that can propel a rocket to the moon? Take care, bon appetit. I remember I modeled in ZBrush and then I tried to import it in some program and it just crashed completely because it had like so many polygons. ZBrush is very good for 3D modeling if you're doing, I don't know, something that is artistic. It was made as a sculpting program and it's very easy to do anything in it. It's really nice, but man, no, it is not for video games, in my opinion. Not commercial ones anyway. Like if you do a video game for like 5 people, yeah, you don't ever have to optimize. I think it's good for sketching and concept art maybe. I would say that. Like for example, you have PaintStorm, which is very good for concept art, and I wanna use it more. I bought PaintStorm 2 years ago or 3, and haven't used it much, but I wanna get back into it because it's very good for concept art, and I'm gonna need it for book 2. I wanna plan more. Do the comic book because it will save me so much stress later on. Um, Finding historical documents for my stories and references and things like that has been way harder than I thought it would be. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff because I'm just not gonna find the resources necessary. And when I do make those choices, I need to at least make them in a way that makes my life easy, doesn't complicate my life. So I'm gonna bust out PaintStorm and do a bunch of sketches, and just so I have with June to talk how the ships are gonna be, how the cities are gonna be, because they're gonna be going from China to Sri Lanka and then Africa. So yeah, I need to uh, be very attentive for that, because I am right now with Niels. I probably only gonna ever offend people of Cambridge or maybe some British people with the inaccuracies. But with book 2, I have the potential to like piss off everybody. And maybe I'll use ZBrush, I don't know, to sketch up some stuff. Though I think that's gonna be a bit too hard. Almost sneezed, sorry. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, I hope book 2 will look great. That's the plan anyway. I want to do colored line art. Um, and better shading, more detailed shading. So I'm gonna try out and do some character sheets beforehand, see how it looks. And I think I'll continue to post them on Tapastic, but I am going to take a pause after this. Probably a pen there. Make it black. Everybody's just looking surprised because Niels is being chased by a badger. Just like he disturbed the badger, and there's baby Marie defending Niels. She's only 4 years old. Niels is 11, I think. Gotta check my files. So she kind of grew up a lot faster than him. He's still a baby. Human baby. In many ways. Needs to be taken care of. That was one aspect that I found interesting. Like, if a dog could talk, would it mature faster than you? Like, you would still stay a kid or a teenager, and the dog would become an adult, a wise adult. How would that go? Would it even be possible? In my science fiction story, yeah, it is possible to have a dog that's becomes smarter than you. And the explanation is just like, oh, future technology. Problem solved that way. Yeah, and they're gonna still have white walls in the future. So it's black with gray rim and a red dot. I'll just make it gray. Hope the sound and video is still on. Nobody's been writing me in the chat. Well, it says I'm still live. There's a lot of lag. Hope it's still okay. And what color should I make? Start doors. What color were they? Okay, so it can be blue or orange. Just make it blue. It's actually looking from the down up because Niels' dad is super tall. So it's gonna be more like this, I think. Ah, it's too small, I can't get the vertices. When in doubt, make it straight. um, hmm. I don't think I need that there. Yeah, okay. And I'm probably gonna need a line. Or it's just gonna be indented like that there. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yep, so that's like their door to the apartment where they live. I don't know if you guys notice, but sometimes like the taller the guy is, the shorter the wife is gonna be. So I kind of thought it would be funny because Niels' dad is Dutch and his mom's Chinese. And to be honest, you're gonna have smaller food bills if you're like have a smaller engine. Like how much gas does a Prius consume or a Dacia or a Trabant compared to like one of those American pickup trucks? So I'm thinking like 300 years in the future when population density is probably gonna get even worse, especially in countries like China and Asia that have a history of that. It's just probably gonna be even more. I mean, the population of the globe has increased everywhere, but it's been even more in Europe and China and India. So I'm assuming those trends are going to continue with them leading the way on population density. So probably you're not gonna be able to get very tall. Like even if ladies do like a tall guy, um, it's just probably not gonna happen much. Because you can't fit in your house. And you're usually not gonna get tall people moving to places that are very cramped like that. My husband and I are above average height for the country we live in. And the average height here is bigger than in Japan. And he kind of had some options to go and work maybe in Korea, in South Korea, and in Japan, and we were thinking, first of all, we're not gonna afford enough food because the food there is very expensive, and we're not gonna afford a bed. So our options were like, nah, maybe we shouldn't go there. Like, we're not gonna fit in the furniture, we're not gonna afford the food. We're just gonna go and suffer there. Because, you know, they usually don't give you like the best salaries for immigrant workers. So, like, we go there and work a lot just so we can afford basic stuff. Like, even in our country, we have a hard time finding a bed big enough for us that is at a price that we can afford. We're looking at the prices and thinking, man, for like 20 centimeters bed width, it's so much more expensive because not a lot of people buy beds that big. And we weren't even going for like the biggest beds. And the bed we have now, we're like not really fitting into it. We were joking on, oh, we should lose weight, but actually, I mean, no matter how much weight you lose, your shoulder's gonna fit. Am I still streaming? Seems like it, for people watching. It would be nice if you let me know it's still streaming. It's still working. I'm stressed out about it. So anyway, when we lived in the US, it was like we could find clothes our size so much easier. Yeah, I'm still streaming. Good. Like, I can't tell you how nice it is to go into a store and just buy clothing and it's long enough. Because in Romania, even though I can find clothes for myself, and let's say that I gotten fat and that's my fault and blah blah blah. If I lose weight, I'll fit into the clothes. But it's not just that they make the clothes wider and comfier for me. It's also the length of the sleeves. Like, I tried out some clothing in the shops when I got back, and I realized, hey, my shoulders are too big and my hands are too long for the average clothing I can find in these shops. Because I've gotten used to, in the 5 years there, to have longer sleeves, and I realized I like long sleeves that cover my whole hand. You know, I grew up here, so I just didn't notice these things. But now, after living in a country where the average body size is bigger in every way, I kind of realized I like that. I like clothing that don't squeeze my body too much, especially now that I'm plump and I'm like, I don't want people to see I'm fat. So I'm like, yeah, you get used to something good and you like it. Because I remember in Japan when I went, I couldn't even find socks that were like, not, what do you call them? Not socks, pantyhose. So in Japan, I couldn't, when I visited there, I could not find pantyhose that could fit me. Like I couldn't wear them because they weren't never long enough. Um, so I could never wear a skirt or short pants or something like that in Japan because I just couldn't find pantyhose. All of them were too short for me. Like XXL sizes were too short for me in Japan. And I got some, but like I have to constantly pull them up, and if it's with a dress, like I have to constantly go to the bathroom and pull them back up, and like I would need garters I think they're called. No, not well. Oof, pants support. What do you call them? Man, what are those things called? Nope, I don't know. There are those things that go over the shoulders to keep your pants up, like clowns have. So I would need some of those for the Japanese pantyhose to have any chance of them staying in place. I tried a wig in Japan because I'm naturally blonde and I wanted to be a brunette, and I thought, well, let me see if I like it. And none of the wigs in that shop fit me. They were all too small. But she managed to get, like, with force, a wig to kinda sit on my head. And I saw myself brunette for the first time. Bretelle, yeah, I don't know in English either, but we call them bretelle as well, just with one L. So yeah, for us Japan is great to visit, but I don't think I can live there. Um, I stayed at a couple of hotels and some of them were for foreigners, so the beds were extra long. But I also went to some places where like the bed was super short because it wasn't necessarily for foreign visitors. It was more like local tourists, native tourists. Also, I lost weight when I was there. I accidentally panicked my hosts because they had a scale in the bathroom, and by the way, the toilet was a robot. Like he could talk and had little lights and stuff. Uh, and so I used the scale to see, and I actually, in the 3 weeks that I was there, I lost some weight. And I joked with my um, hosts that I'm like, oh, I was already skinny, I'm getting even skinnier. Soon there will be nothing left of me to return or something like that. And I think well, maybe my host didn't have the same humor we have in Romania. Like, we here like to joke a lot about everything. And I think my host, like the lady anyway, that she doesn't travel as much. Like her husband went everywhere with his work in Africa, and Americas and like just everywhere. So he was more exposed to people. So, but I think she panicked because she took me to buy butter and bread, and because she asked me like, what do you eat back home? I was like, I don't know, sandwiches. And what are the sandwiches made out of? Bread and butter and deli products. Like I didn't think it through when she asked me what she meant. And we went and she asked me how many slices of bread do you want me to buy? And I was like, what do you mean slices? Because where I am, you like, how many breads do you buy? Not slices. Oh wait, the shirt is like that? I thought it was... Hmm. Yeah, I guess it could work better that way. Now I realize the shape we were going for June. The blouse. I'm gonna go back and edit. Huh? There we go. Sure, no problem. Take care. I'm gonna end pretty soon as well. I got like the last panel and I'm gonna end. So take care and have a good night. Bye bye. I'm almost done as well. So they're like in their little hazard suits. So they're disinfecting the area where the protagonists have been, and it's the bridge you saw previously. And I can exaggerate with this a bit more. There we go. if I can find the right page again. 49, there we go. So at the time, the building, which I forgot the name, was still under construction. I think it's one of the libraries. They have like a big library at Trinity Court. The whole college is separated into like different courts, and they have little parks in the middle of each of one. It's really nice. I do recommend you Google to see how the Cambridge University area looks like, because it's really neat. There was this guy, there was name, I kid you not, uh, Longbottom or something like that. I remember his name sounded like Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. Um, and he did a lot of renovations to the court and kind of really modernized it to the current shape. There were a lot of changes when Newton was around there, and not just the fact that Scotland and and England united. And they had the plague, of course, and all of that. Also, the physician's school, so like doctor school, they used to have their own private gardens where they grew herbs for medicine and things like that. And they bought a bunch of land from the church in order to do that shortly after the story takes place. So because there was so much change going on there at the time, it was a bit difficult for me to find the reference images that were good for that year because a lot of things changed. So I was like constantly checking, seeing, was it still there when we were looking, when we were doing the story. No, actually, like the farther is gonna go, the more blue, I think. Yeah. And lighter. Epilogue. Well, this is kind of the epilogue. Wraps up. Because the story kind of ended here at the previous page. Where Newton says goodbye and they have a hug. And it's not actually Niels, it's the fake Niels. So Niels lost, because of his shenanigans, the one thing he wanted, like to get a hug from Isaac Newton, because he was such a fanboy of his. And this is kind of the epilogue. But I have talked with June. She was thinking of doing like a last end page. Um, kind of something to wrap it up some other way. And I was thinking of doing a self-portrait, me and her, just kind of showing an illustrated version of us, um, and maybe say something about, I don't know, about ourselves or how we made the comic or something like that. So that would be kind of also an epilogue. I'm not sure how I would describe that. I got the idea from watching, because I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, the last season, and they did a behind the scenes 1 hour um, ending thing, sort of. And it was very touching for me because I really liked the show, and it was 10 years of my life, and almost. I kind of came along on season 3. So I'm thinking of doing kind of like that, a page with behind the scenes, like how did we make the comic, and just write a bit about that, because maybe not everybody is gonna watch the live streams. Yeah. And we worked on this remotely using, social media to talk, because we're not in the same country. We've never met in person. I was actually planning um, to maybe travel a bit this summer in Europe, and because my siblings have to go to college, and I was thinking, oh, I'll go drop them off in Holland or Scotland or wherever they get to go to university, and then maybe I'll head down to Italy and visit June. And of course, all of those plans are out the window. Like, I'm not gonna do any European tour. There's no money. It's been financially hard for us with the current situation. Like, I was planning, oh, I'm gonna save money and go with them and blah blah blah. Just not happening. Like, even if the pandemic would like completely magically go away now, I wouldn't afford the gas money or the train tickets. So yeah, that plan fell apart. Because I had been to Italy before, but I've only visited the northern part and not much of it, so it's always been on my list to kind of see Italy again. It's kind of messing everyone's plans, I get you. Yeah, so much. Today we're having such beautiful weather. I cannot tell you how nice it is outside. Like, the temperature is perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too windy, it's not too whatever. It's perfect. I would love to go outside and just sit outside, and I don't even feel the need to do anything. Ideally, I would ride my bike so I get in shape and lose some weight. But the point is, it's beautiful outside. We are having such wonderful weather, and I can't stay much outside. I'm actually having a bit of a throat uh, pain, so I'm thinking I caught the cold or something. Hoping it's not anything I need to worry about. Because that would be so unpleasant if I got anything that is worth worrying. Because I've had pneumonia before, so I don't need that again in my life. I can live without it. Hope it's just a cold. I'm kind of paranoid and freaked out if I hear my dad brother sneezing. Yeah. I had a neighbor cough under my window and I was like, can't you cough anywhere else? Go away. Because we're at the first floor and next to the door. And I can only ventilate the room at 1 or 2 in the morning when I'm sure nobody's gonna pass. Because also my cat keeps trying to escape quarantine with us and jump out the window. I'm like, no, you can catch it too and kick the bucket. And I don't want to get a new cat. So you're staying put, Missy. I know you're not happy. I'm not happy, but this is how things are now. Deal with it. Yep, so I got most of the base colors in. 13 self. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. She's stuck with us tonight. So yeah, I still have some details to do around the eyes and things like that, but I need a break. And there's not much to do. I'm gonna put the speech bubbles and things like that, and you'll see it in Sunday's page. Don't forget to send us your fan art. I forgot to tell the people that were before. I'll write in the comments. Don't forget to send us the fan art so that we can post. This is kind of the last chance this week and the one that's coming to send us fan art, because then I don't think I will be um, posting much of that unless I don't get a lot of it. But so yeah, don't forget to send us. And yeah, this is the last page and the last YouTube stream. From now on, I'm gonna be on Twitch. Oh yeah, it's going bad. Sorry. So don't forget to send us your fan art these 2 weeks. Let's just take care, everyone. Bye bye.